Greetings, beautiful humans, and welcome to I Am Powered by Love TV. This is your soulmate soul scopes, where your Akashic records, your soul books, meet your zodiac. Now, many of you may not be really familiar with the Akashic records. Well, this is your soul's journey through evolution in time. So, the timing of this video is really important for the message that you are about to receive. These are channeled messages from your soul, your angels, your guides, your crossover loved ones, and your ascended masters. We use tarot and oracle cards just to connect and communicate with you. So watching the message all the way through is super important. So now let's get ready for your soulmate soul scopes reading. All right, so welcome to your reading for all my Capricorn Decan ones whose birthdays are from December 22nd through the 31st. Let's get started with your reading. Very specific, and since we're channeling for an entire zodiac, sometimes your loved ones or maybe an ancestor may have a specific message just for you. And so if you don't watch it all the way through, you may miss a very important channel message. So your arrival at this channel and this message may be the timing that you need it.
Hey, all my Capricorn friends. So this is going to be for our energies from the 1st through the 15th. And we're going to be starting off with an energy reading here for you guys for that. So don't forget to watch that all the way through, and then go ahead and jump to your decans here listed in the description below by the timestamp. Let's get started. My Capricorn friends here. So we're going to start off with our energy reading here from the 1st to the 15th. And with this deck here, we're going to start off with our soul lesson, our soul growth here for these 2 weeks. We'll go ahead and pull this out here. All right, perseverance. So there's definitely going to be some obstacles that we're going to have to face, and one of these big things here is to be able to push through. So this is going to be the soul growth, the soul lesson for these upcoming 2 weeks from the 1st to the 15th, is to really learn to persevere moving forward here. And now we're going to get into the ability that we have that's going to help us learn this lesson or grow through this. And there it is. As you know, with I Am Powered by Love, whatever pops out comes to show out here. So the ability that we have is Heart Guardian. I actually really love that for you guys here, because this allows you to stay in the self-love here. This is something you guys have. This will continue to push you forward and help you get through these obstacles that we're going to be facing at the beginning of this year, beginning of 2021. The Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Really opening up the heart this time. That is the ability. Again, this is the ability that you can use. And this last deck here that we're going to be talking about here, this is going to be the healing path for those 2 weeks here. That's going to help guide us along, so that way we can grow through this lesson. Soul's growth, soul lesson. So our healing path is I am who I am. And I love that it's in the crown chakra here. And it's actually along with the Heart Guardian here, stepping into your truth and being who you are will allow you. This is big alignment right here to help you persevere and grow at this time, pushing through these energies, through these 2 weeks here, being able to stand and say, this is who I am and I love exactly who I am. And they want you to continue on that. So this is going to be our healing path here, standing in our truth self here. And I love this card here for you. It's love. It's all about the heart, about the love, about your higher self and things like that. So that way we can grow through this lesson. All right, so now go ahead and jump to your decans listed in the timestamps below, and let's get started.
Decan ones, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Now, if you saw your happy birthday reading, then you already know that some cool things are coming your way for all caps, but we're going to be focusing just on the decan, yours, whose birthdays again are from December 22nd through the 31st. And so we're going to be looking at, of course, your love. Well, whatever pops out comes show out. So we're going to start right there. All right, so we're going to be looking at your deeper journey specifically right now. And as you know, we're Akashic Record channel readers, so we'll be channeling in, and we have a saying here, whatever pops out comes to show out, and these were the first 3 cards on the table. They just, as you saw, just kind of jumped out. And so This is going back to the happy birthday reading. So if you haven't seen it, we are going to tag it to the end of this video for you. So in case you missed it, you will need to watch it so you can understand what's about to be said here. Because you guys are definitely caught up in the grips of the mental battle. It's a little bit more of a struggle because you have a lot of choices, and all the choices seem to be a little bit going back to the insecurities, the lack of confidence, and being able to actually make a decision. And so without a decision, you're kind of stuck. So there's some stuck energy. You feel, as the card would suggest, helpless and hopeless. You're looking at all the different paths of the choices that you have to make, and they all look equally as they're saying that you would say this is like drama, but you also feel like it's overwhelming. The feeling is overwhelming, but you're saying this is like too much work. This is too much drama. I don't know that I even want to do all of that to get to the outcome that I'm not even sure that I'm going to have. So not only are you doubting that you deserve to have the outcome that you want, you don't believe that you are worth the effort in the outcome. And of course, the two biggest things on your plate right now are the relationship on this hand and the stability of where you see your future. And you are tired and exhausted of the complacency is the word that I'm hearing. The complacency of where your life is, and you want overall life improvements all around, but the reason why you can't make a decision is because you are locked in the fear of you're not worthy. And so you're looking at the insurmountability of accomplishing what it is you want. The relationship has taken a lot of turns over 2020. I don't know if this person even still cares about me. I don't know if I'm ever going to be loved. I don't know if do I really even want a relationship at this point? Like, this has become too much work. So you've got a lot of negativity on this side. And then even on the career, work, purpose, financial stability, there just seems like so much is undone. There's a lot of things that you didn't do that you wish you did in 2020. And so the reason why I'm speaking as if 2020 ended, because technically it is over. And I'm looking at you. They're showing me you standing here looking at the future. You're looking at tomorrow and feel like you have so much left to be done. And so you're standing back weighing all of your options right now. And what they're saying that they need you to do is to let go of the fears and the negativity. And you're getting some clear thinking coming in with some planetary aspects. But they're telling me that for you, some of you, this may not be enough to shift you from a negative Nancy mode into peppy Peter. And so they need you to really take heed to the listening part, hearing what you're saying that is causing the self-defeat. Because this is literally for Decan ones, this is a case of self-sabotage. And this is what you're going for, is the love, but not just in the relationship sector. You just want an enjoyment of life overall. You want quality of life, and you want a happy, healthy relationship, but you also want to not be burdened by financial worry and stability. And you don't seem to have put all the ingredients in the recipe. You still got to run back to the grocery store and get a few more items. You just don't want to go. And that is where this comes in. You've got to do the releasing. You've got to know that the parts of that you didn't clear was because you were stuck in the decision of self-doubt. When the relationship got hard, you just said, whatever, you know what? This is too much work. But then you started reflecting on it, and I really care about this person. But now we've got too many burnt bridges. Now there's too much drama. Now he or she said this, and then I did that. And, I don't want to be dealing with this going into the next year. So there was a lot of places where you could have just said, I really fucking love you to death. And, my fear is that you don't love me the way I love you. And let's connect some dots here, because I think that you love me. Do you love me? the way I love you. So there were places and moments where you should have just stepped into it and taken the lead. But because of your own fears and self-doubts, you just let the relationship kind of take its own energy and form. And now you're wishing that you had made some different decisions. But even with that, you're like, okay, I did it all that I could. And, I guess that this is what it is. So there's a lot of things that you just got lying on the table, and they're saying right now that this is the most important piece of that is releasing. So let's find out what's holding you back from releasing the energy that you need to step right there. This is the next step. These two go together. So if you don't do the work here, how are you going to get there? And obviously it's in your energy, because this is the card that pulled up. So let's go to find out what's holding you back right there. This is the step that you need, right? Let's find out. All right, we're going to take a look at the Moonology deck here, simply because you've got a full moon right in your decan here on the 29th. So I thought it would be apropos to pull out the Moonology deck to see what energies are going to be affecting your ability to release. Now, all systems are go. You've got the momentum of Jupiter and Saturn. You've got the momentum of a full moon. Looks like Uranus is also on your side, they say. Make a decision. There are no hidden factors, no hiccups to come. And we're going to go right in it. Boom. New start is coming. There's absolutely nothing blocking you whatsoever. Man, that is amazing to hear, that it is actually literally all in your mind. So the mental struggle and the conflict that you're having is the old version of you. Your soul is saying, hey, love is the next step, the love of life, the fulfillment and enjoyment of life. There's a new start coming. You just need to make the decision, and then you need to act on it. It's crystal clear. Do you see it? Maybe not. All right, so maybe you feel like there is something holding you back. What did they just say? Take action. There's that. That's how channels work. We don't need the cards. Step out of your comfort zone. Boom, 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 boom. Do you see it? They already said these things before the cards were pulled. Step out and stop living in the past. Take some action. New start. They're telling you right now that all of this energy is available to you, and all you have to do is take the step to let go of your own insecurities and self-doubts that you are worthy enough to receive it. It really is that simple. I know. I hear it all the time. It's not that simple to me. As a coach, as a spiritual life coach, I hear it all the time. I can't do it. But you can. And actually, you will. Because this is what's at stake here for you, is the new start that you have been desiring all year. So let's get to it. Let's take a look at what's coming your way. Capricorns, we already have some pretty strong predictions before we even got to this part, but I love doing this part so everybody can see it. Once again, we know that love is right there, nipping at your nose as we're going into the New Year season for you. And also a new start, a powerful new start. As a matter of fact, I didn't quite exude how powerful it was. You only need to do 2 steps. 1, take some action. Get that movement forward with the planetary aspects and assistance that you have, and then just let go of the past. Stop worrying about what you did, what they did, what you didn't do, what they didn't do, and just move forward. Let it all go. I know it's hard. You can tend to be a little stubborn, but now we're going to see. And please do, if you get a chance, go back to your birthday reading. Because there are some actual dates and times in there. They're not giving those to me for you, but they are telling me to tell you to take a look at some aspect in there is about your specific situations. And so now, let's go to the angel message cards and see if they will hit a trifecta for you. This will be like your life lottery. And they are confirming that you now need to move. You've been sitting back, not taking any action towards all the things that you wanted to accomplish in 2020. And you're looking at where everything is now and you are wishing that you had done something about it. So now is the time to make that big sweeping gesture towards your boo, towards your sweetie, towards that relationship that you kind of back from. Take a big leap. Trust your heart. Trust that they're there for you, and then make some decisions about where you're going for your financial future. And also, they're saying to tell you this, that when it comes to the stability, you are already where you need to be. You just need to believe that you are capable of receiving, that the blockage isn't that you're not stable, is that you don't believe that you can be. So take action towards that. This is exactly what you needed to see. So take some actions toward that, and you'll see some definite movement, And they're saying this is all right there. And if you stop now, you won't see it. But this is so close. It is almost so close that I would say you're looking at 90 days from today's date of serious changes in your life. How exciting is that? Capricorn Decan 1, that is amazing. Listen, you got love, you got stability, you got abundance coming right your way. Just take those action steps and move forward. You know what they are. So if this resonated with you in the love section or in the abundance section, please drop the emoji in the feedback and tell us a little bit about what resonated with you. We want to connect with you so that we can know more about you. And also, if you haven't never done so before, for your first time here, you should also take a look at your boos or your sweeties or the person who's caught your eye or your husband or wife, whoever that love interest is. You should check their soulmate soul scope so you can see what they're up against, so you can better maneuver your relationship and do some growing together here. And I'm Demi. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications so you can get all of our great content right here. And I am Powered by Love TV, and I'm Demi, and I'm signing out.
Welcome in my Capricorn Decan 2 friends, whose birthdays are from January 1st through the 10th. We're going to go ahead and get into our reading here, but I want to make sure that you know exactly these energies are going from the 1st through the 15th. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and get that notification so that you get your soul scopes every 2 weeks, the way we put them out, so that way you get that and all of our other great content here with I Am Powered by Love TV. All of our soul messages, our pick a card, other great content that we're going to be bringing to you guys here. So let's go ahead and get into your reading.
All right, welcome in my Capricorn Decan 2 friends, whose birthdays are from January 1st through the 10th. I'm going to go ahead and start with our energy reading here from the 1st through the 15th. So we're already hearing about love and talking about how we want this year to look, and we want to have a huge change. And so talking about our third eye chakra here is because you're trying to get this vision set forward of where you see yourself going, right? You're trying to see exactly how you want relationships to turn out, how you want the year to turn out. And so we really need to step into that alignment here of who we are, because we haven't had this built on trust. And so when it's talking about strengthening bonds, it's talking about here moving through the strengthening bonds with what you hear. And I'm going to get you one more here that say, so with the strengthening bonds, they're talking about, again, like I said, about your higher self, listening and really resonating with what you're hearing in your heart, as well as with your higher self here. So you have to open up at this time and really allow this to move through you, because we don't want the year to plan out just like how our 2020 year planned out, and you know that. And so strengthening that bond with the self and being able to sit with the self here, and this is where it talks about love abounds. This is in all areas of your life, okay? These two go together here. Let me move this around. This love here has to be given and received. So when it says giving and receiving, it's talking about giving to yourself. This is giving to others. This is giving to family. This is giving to relationships that we're seeing. For those who are in relationships, to allow that love to move forward. And receiving is communicating, right? Because this is going to help strengthen the bonds with your soul, as well as communicating with others on how you need to be loved. So the change of focus here, they're talking about a change of focus in how you see yourself. So they really want you to sit with who you are, envision who you are and who you want to be, because there's some things that are coming up that are shaking you or trying to put you in a position that you don't necessarily want to be in these 2 weeks here. So we have to really focus on what it is we are looking for. So really setting this intention, okay? And we're going to go into our Moonology deck here. They want me to pull a few for you guys here. Talk about next steps here to help us move through that, okay? Oh, right away, show the world the real you. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty exactly what we were talking about. So they don't want me to pull any more here, because this is painting a beautiful picture of exactly what we need to do at this time. First, begin to formulate who we are, how we want to be loved, how we give love, okay? Begin to strengthening that bond with what we see ourselves as, and really put our focus towards letting love in. Okay? It's been one of the things that we haven't necessarily done too much, and at this time allowing people to give and allowing this love to really resonate. So kind of almost like a surrender, right? To stop this facade of who we want to portray ourselves as, and put ourselves forward and really begin these changes. And you see it and you know that you haven't been truthful to yourself or truthful to others. And in some parts you may have been, in some parts you may have not been. And so right now they really were like, okay, you need to rid these things that you're faking. Just get rid of them. Just stop, because they are not resonating anymore with anyone else. They're not even resonating with you. You've kept this up for a while just because, you know, it sort of grew on you. It became almost habitual. So being able to really see who we are, and this is why they're telling you to change your focus into love, strengthen the bonds with yourself and with others around you by doing so, and then let yourself shine. Show the world the real you at this time here, okay? So that's going to go ahead and do it for our Capricorn Decan 2s. My friends here, I do appreciate you guys tuning in here. Don't forget to like, subscribe if this does resonate with you, and check out other great content here down below. And stay tuned for the upcoming remainder of the next month. So that way, you also by subscribing, you're going to get those notifications and all these other things that we're doing here with I Am Powered by Love TV. I'm going to be Josh, sending you love and light, and I'm signing out.
Greetings and welcome into all of my Capricorn Decan 3s. This is going to be your Soulmate Soul Scopes reading for the energies of January 1st to the 15th. And if you haven't looked at it already, take a look at the Capricorn monthly energy readings, or the bi-weekly readings. So that's at the beginning of the video. So you got to go back and see how we got here. So let's get started in your reading. All right, all my Capricorn Decan 3s. I'm Demi, and we're going to get started in your energy reading for the month. And I'm going to be using two different decks here. We're going to start off with our Love Tarot deck here. And you guys are struggling a little bit to really come forward. There's a lot of bruised egos out there, wounded hearts. Probably sounds a little bit easier. Actually, I'm going to do one tight shuffle here to go into it. That just feels better to me. It looks pretty when you do it the other way, but there we go. Let's see. Okay, so your energy reading for the month, if you didn't see that, you should definitely go back, because this was definitely something that is moving for you strongly. So at the beginning of the video, just jump back and watch, you know, the energy of the month, because here what they already said was that you're really struggling here to overcome the old. I'm hearing version, but there also someone is saying experience. So let's take a look. The first part, and I'm just going to rearrange these really quick so you can kind of understand the flow of what they're bringing to the table here. And so this is what you're still holding on to from the past. You're really allowing the past to stop you from moving into a place not only where you can show your true self, but also where you can be the truth. It's not about what we show or tell a person or explain to a person. It's more about knowing that you are worthy of being loved and becoming love yourself. The vibration of love attracts not just love in relationships, but it also attracts abundance of all kinds and in every form. So that's what's blocking you right now. And they're saying that you need to release the way you perceive things are done. And in the relationship, because you're with someone and it's already been some history here of going back and forth. There's been a very long part of this, and what you need to know about this person is that they have already started emotionally distancing from you because you're emotionally unavailable, and you need to listen not only to your heart but your soul now. And also in that listening, taking a step back from presenting what you think needs to be done based on your own history and experience, is listen to the newness that is being required for you to grow now and to step into your own self. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Prince in the New Wardrobe. And although the universe knows that it's against the law for us to be walking around naked, he believed in moral that this new wardrobe was the most fabulous wardrobe ever, and everyone got to see the prince in a new light. And basically what they're saying here is that it's time to let go of the past and really to change clothes. This is about changing and transforming into the person that you want to be. You are now seeing the limitations of your own negative disposition and pessimism that is affecting the relationship. And not only are you needed to listen to yourself and your soul move you forward, but listening to your partner, because they're telling you some of these same things. They're telling you verbatim, you were stuck in the past. You know you were stuck in the past. Here is why Open Up is here for you. Is because you've got to be able to release first. It's impossible to open up our heart to anyone when it's already closed off. We also can't open up our mind to new ways of being, new ways of thinking, and any form of change if we are not open up to it. If you're already set in place in stone and cement, bound by chains, it's hard to become open, which is why release is first. So it's time to expand into the new, now next level of consciousness available to you, so that you can reap the rewards of all that you wish that you had done in 2020. You are already looking at all the versions of where things went sideways, and although you're trying to sweep it under the rug, it really is for you right smack in the mirror. Every time you look, you're like, I should have did this. I wish I could have done that. I don't know what held me back. I don't know why I'm stuck in this place of complacency and I won't move forward. You're looking at it and you are listening. Now, for those of you who are doing that and in that space, now it's time to just open up and just take a nice exhale and expand, and then inhale and open up. And then you're going to see the synchronicities. When we shift gears into a new way of thinking and letting go of the parts of ourself that have and are blocking us emotionally and mentally, we clear space. This is what we call creating space for an intention in my line of work. And so this is where opportunities then can arrive to meet you where you are. Some of us call them miracles. Some of us call them blessings. What I call them is consciousness creations of mind engineering. So this is what needs to be done, and this is how you move that forward. So do indeed watch the energy reading. I'm actually going to pull 2 more cards to balance this out, because you probably are wondering, well, what and how do I release this? Well, one is you acknowledge that it's time to make the change in the first place. That's where you start. We all have to start with, I'm ready to change, and this part of me needs to go. I heard negativity, pessimism, and past fears. So we're going to see what the Moonology deck has. We're going to pull 2 more cards. They already told you to breathe. This is the expansion. And to all my Caps, Decan 3s, this isn't about being right or wrong. This is about growth and change. This is about evolution. This is about being able to manifest the life that we love. Being able to wake up and look around our life and have joy and peace and harmony in every area, north, south, east, and west. When we look, you can expect powerful changes. They're just sending you some confirmations here. And here we're going to tell you to bring love into the situation. And love may look like a form of just acknowledging that I want to be with you, that I love what we have. It could also be I'm going to change, because the best apology is change behavior. We've all heard it. How you change behavior is you let go of the part of you that's keeping the story in place in the first place. So open up to those opportunities. They're plenteous around you right now. You're feeling the buzz of the end of the year's vibrational closure that is ushering in these first 2 weeks. Take advantage of it. And to all my Decan 3s, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit those notifications so that you can get all your upcoming soul scopes and all of our other awesome content, our soul messages, as well as the elements of love and all the upcoming, and don't forget, pick a cards. Those are out there for you guys as well, and all of our upcoming content. And I want to thank you for tuning in to I Am Powered by Love TV, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Namaste.